Welcome back, YouTube, to another nickel search and fill. Today I have 2 boxes of nickels. Now the bank teller told me that they had this whole box of customer wrapped rolls, and she believes that they've already been searched through. So I'll quickly go through these, double check if that's true or not. But after that, we'll crack into this box of bank sealed rolls and see what we can find. And as always, as I go through these, we'll be looking for coins that will go into our Jefferson Head Nickels album book. Now last time we were able to fill a lot of the slots, but hopefully we can find some more and fill it even more. But yeah, we'll get started with these rolls and see what we can find. Just finished going through all of the customer wrapped rolls, and the bank teller must have been telling the truth because I didn't find a single thing, not even one of the ones I still need from the albums from the newer dates. But we'll open this up and see if it is circulated. All right, at a quick glance, it definitely looks like it is circulated, but it does look like it has a bunch of newer ones as well. So let's start the hunt with the first roll. I'll bring you guys back if I find anything. We're in the middle of roll number 2. I just found our first find. It's a 1956 Denver. I was taking the roll out and it kind of just exploded everywhere, but that's our first find on the board, so we'll set it aside and continue with the hunt. I just rolled out roll number 3, and this date was popping out to me. It's a 1947 Denver. It's our first 40s find of the box, so we'll set it next to the other one we found, and we'll go through this roll and see if we can find anything else. I just opened roll number 7, and it looks like we might have a silver. It's a little darker, as you can see, than all the rest of the roll. So let's take it out and see. Yep, it's a 1945 San Francisco. You can usually tell if there's a silver based on just the edge, like that. It's a 1945 San Francisco. That's our first silver on the board. So we'll add it to the pile, and let's continue with this roll and continue with the hunt. Okay, we're still in the middle of roll number 7. I was just going through and I saw this mint mark. So from the back, we can see it's a war nickel, but it's in pretty good condition. It's not as toned as the one over there. So let's flip it over and see what date it is. It looks like it's a 1942 San Francisco. I couldn't even tell it was a silver from the edge. If you look at that, it looks exactly the same as the rest of the coins. That's really cool to find 2 war nickels in the same roll. I'll finish this roll. Hopefully we can find some more silver. Just quickly checking just in case we found a triple silver roll, but it's not looking like it. But I'll continue going through this and continue with the hunt. In roll number 8, we just found our next 50s find. Looking like it's gonna be a 1953 Denver. Pretty worn condition, but at least it's a find. So we'll add that and we'll continue with the hunt. Roll number 13, we have this reverse facing up. You can see it's a Denver mark. It just looks really old, so I thought I'd flip it over on camera. And yep, it's a 1952 Denver. It's another 50s on the board, so I'll put that with the rest of them and continue with the hunt. I just opened roll number 14. We have another dark one. Let's take it out and see if it's silver. Yep, it's another San Francisco mint. This one is heavily worn. See if we can get a date off of it. Look, it's 1943 San Francisco. It is really worn in comparison to the other ones that we found. But silver is silver, so we'll add it to the board. And hopefully we can find some more silver in the rest of the box. But I'll keep hunting. And roll number 16. For another 50s, it's a 1954 San Francisco. I remember the last nickel box I opened, I found a lot of the 54 Denver, so it's good to get a San Francisco mark on the 54. We'll add it to the pile and continue with the hunt. Roll number 21. We just got a 1953 San Francisco. Perfect. It's not as worn as some of the other coins we've gotten today, so I'll set that aside. It looks like there's another old one over here. Has a Denver mint. And yep, it's 1954 Denver. It's got a 53 and a 54. Anything else in this roll? It's not looking like it. So we'll continue with the hunt. Okay, we're on roll number 25, halfway through the box. And we just got another 50s find. It looks like it's a 1956 Denver. It's also really worn. So we'll set that up with the other finds. We'll continue with this roll and continue with the hunt. I'm kind of shaking right now. I was just going through that roll after finding that 56. And it looks like we have a Buffalo nickel. It is dateless, which makes sense for being in circulation still. There's no mint mark on the back. Oh, I can't stop dropping it. But that's a really cool find. This is my second buffalo nickel I've ever found coin roll hunting. The other one didn't have a date as well. But that's a really cool find. We've been having good luck with silver, also buffalo nickel. This is turning out to be an incredible box, and we're only halfway through it. Hopefully we can find a lot more. Roll number 32. We have another 40s find. It's a 1941 San Francisco. It's in pretty good condition. It's not as worn as some of the others that we've found today, especially we've had a lot of the worn ones from the 50s. That's in pretty good condition for the 40s. That's a 1941 on the board. Let's continue with the hunt. In the same roll as F41, we also got a 56 Philadelphia. It's also in pretty good condition. It's another find on the board. So I'll put that with the rest of them and continue with the hunt. In the very next roll, I'm shaking again. I just rolled it out. And you can see it here. It's another buffalo nickel. It's also dateless. You can kind of see it has a 20 something. I'll put that under my microscope and see if I can get a date off of it. It's a Philadelphia mint. I just put it under my microscope and it's either a 21 or a 24. I'm leaning towards more of a 1924 Philadelphia. I won't be using nickel date on this one because there you can see a partial date. That is now 2 buffalo nickels on the board. Let's get through this roll and hopefully we can find a lot more goodies in the rest of this box. It's starting to be a god box right now. Roll number 40. Another 50s finds. It's a 1955 Denver. All of the 50s haven't been in the greatest condition, but at least it's another find on the board. Roll number 45, and I really can't believe it at this point. Another buffalo nickel. This one is also dateless, but it does have a mint mark. I believe it's a Denver, but I'll put it under my microscope and see if we can see a date and the mint mark. I'll examine all of these buffalo nickels at the end of the episode under my microscope so you guys can see it as well. But for now, let's continue with the hunt, the last 5 rolls, and see what other treasures we can find. Roll number 47. And it looks like we just found a proof coin. It's a 1968 San Francisco. So it definitely has the mint mark and the luster of a proof. That's the first real proof I have found coin roll hunting. So that's pretty cool. So we'll add it to the collection and see what else we can find in the last couple rolls. Okay, we just finished the box. So I'll get this all organized and I'll do a short recap. So all in all, this was an amazing hunt. Definitely the best box of nickels I've ever got. It was my first box of nickels I ever got from the bank I went to. The sad thing is that I'm moving in a couple days, so I won't be able to hunt from that bank anymore, but I'll make sure to pick up another box before I move. But we had a 59, we had 2 59 Denvers, a 56 Denver, a 56 Philadelphia, a 55 Denver, 56 Denver, that should have been up there with that one, a 54 San Francisco, a 54 Denver, 2 53 Denvers, never mind, one's a San Francisco and one's a Denver, one's a 52 Denver, and then we got a really nice 68 San Francisco proof. We got the 47 Denver, a 41 San Francisco. We ended up getting a 42 San Francisco wartime nickel, a 43 San Francisco wartime nickel, and a 45 San Francisco wartime nickel. 3 war nickels, all of them from the San Francisco Mint. We have also got 3 buffalo nickels, and I'll put these under the microscope at the end of the video after I put the rest of these in the book. So I'll put them in the books and give you guys an update. I got my microscope connected to my computer. So let's put the first buffalo nickel that I found under it and see if we can see a date at all. So yeah, looking at it, you can't make out a date, which is what I expected. But it's still really cool that we found a buffalo. It does look like it has Either a Denver or it could be a San Francisco mint mark right there. So it's sad that we don't actually have the date to go along with it. I might nicodate this one in my nicodate series. Trying to fill the Buffalo Nickodated Buffalo book. But for now, we'll move on to the second Buffalo nickel that I found that does have a partial date. So let's see if we can see the whole date looking at this. So yeah, we can definitely make out the 2 right there. It's kind of hard to see. It looks like it has a thing coming up down like there, so it could be a 1. It could be a 1921, but it looks like it has a little loop coming around like that. So I'm not 100% sure what this number is. It also could be a 24. I'm not 100% sure, but we do know it is in the 20s. We'll see if it has a mint mark. We already knew this one didn't, just by looking at it. But still a really cool find. And then the last one, let's put under. All right. Doesn't look like we can see a date on this one at all. Let's flip it over. Yep, no mint mark either. It's always really cool to find a Buffalo nickel in a box of nickels. The fact that I found 3 of them is kind of crazy. Thank you guys for watching this nickel hunt. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on to get the updates about my videos coming out. You guys are awesome, and as always, happy hunting. Ciao.